gasket was leaking over in this area, I think.
Film in.
Nice.
I'm a kid filming this video. Daddy's doing some stuff with the oil pan.
Yeah, snow. Metal or anything in there. Anyway, it looks great. We're going to send this out to get vapor home, or at least the exposed surface. And clean it up, and we got a new gasket, new screws, and we'll be ready to go. So I'm getting ready to put the oil pan back on. I still need to put on the oil pump pickup tube, and I need to change the oil pump nut. But again, yeah, we still need to put on the deflector panel down here, and then the pickup, the nut, and then the pan. The pan is right there. The pan, it is the original pan. It looks brand new. It was vapor blasted. Okay, so here's the oil deflector panel. You could see some little deposits on it. I don't think it could be rust because this thing's sitting in oil all the time. This is facing the bottom of the engine crankcase. I don't know what it is. It's from oil sitting in there. Something happens. But I'm not going to mess with it. I cleaned it with brake cleaner. I don't know if this is zinc plated or whatnot, and you don't want to compromise that surface. So just some brake cleaner. Cleaned it out. It's ready to go back. Here's the oil pump nut. I've never been in here over the life of the car, so the oil pump nut has never been secured, and we'll do it now. Okay, so now I'm under here about to put the oil pan on. Cleaned up the surface, and I'm ready to go. I put the rear main seal on first. Actually lined up really nicely. Worst spot on my engine here is the timing cover to the block right here. It's a little lip, so we'll be putting some RTV there, some RTV there, and some along the seam at the back for the rear main seal. And then I'm not going to put any, I'm going to just rely on the OEM gasket around the rest, and we'll see how it goes. It's got a new pickup tube. This is the Z3, it's reinforced here. And I have done the nut. It's got some red Loctite, and it's got a safety wire. Now, if you buy this from Turner or ECS, this is all the wire they give you. There's none left. I didn't cut any wire off at the end. It's ridiculous. They saved like 1/10 of a penny or something. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, so that's done. This has never been off. There was some leaking that may have been coming from the rear main seal, and then the filter housing was a problem, and then we decided to, since we were doing the clutch and everything and the transmission was coming out, it was a good time to do the oil pan gasket, just to make sure. I think it's just because the straight sixes are so long, and you've got aluminum and steel meeting everywhere. Same, you know, with the valve cover, you've got plastic to aluminum, aluminum to steel. You know, you got all these interfaces, and it's so long, and then the temperature cycles. I think it's just hard for the gaskets to hold up over time. That's why these things always leak. This car generally has a leak from somewhere. I mean, I keep it super clean, and it's very easy to tell. It's like a seeping, you know, like tiny leak. So it's kind of easy to tell where it's coming from. Mainly mine was the oil filter housing gasket. But that's one of the reasons why these things use like, you know, a quart of oil every 6,000 miles or whatever. Like, it's just crazy. Ever since this car was new, it's used a quart of oil every 6,000 miles or something like that. I think it's partly the engine and the tolerances, and partly, you know, the straight six and all the seals, and for some reason BMWs don't do that great as far as gaskets and whatnot. Anyway. And real quick, you can see the oil pan here. It's been put back on. Needs to be wiped off. It's a little dirty. It's got 3 layers of Avalon Armor Shield 9 on it. So protects it from being oxidized, as well as the zirconium beaded vapor blasting. So you can see that all done. You can actually see the subframe is on. The reinforced subframe is back on. Will be covered in a different video. And you can see the engine brackets, mount brackets here.